Stop what you're doing right now, because the courtroom just erupted into one of the most shocking, heart-stopping scenes in hip-hop history. Cameras were rolling, reporters were whispering, and fans around the world were refreshing their phones in disbelief as the judge looked straight into YNW Melly's eyes and spoke the words everyone's been waiting years to hear: his release date. And what happened next? The tough, unshakable rapper who once bragged about living through chaos broke down, crying. Yes, you heard me right. YNW Melly, the man accused in one of the most infamous cases in rap history, cried in front of the entire courtroom. His face twisted with shock. His voice cracked. The entire building went silent as he grabbed the table, unable to hold back the flood of emotions. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more intense, whispers started spreading. Was this release date real? Or just another setup designed to break him completely? But that's not all. Behind the tears, behind the trembling hands, lies a storm of betrayal. Leaked recordings, insider deals, and secret messages that flip this entire case upside down. Why was Melly's co-defendant smiling in the back row? Why did prosecutors exchange cryptic emails minutes before the announcement? And why did a mysterious text message leak online the very same hour, hinting that Melly's release could come at the cost of someone else's freedom? Stay locked in, because this isn't just breaking news. This is the story that could shatter hip-hop forever. The courtroom doors slammed shut. The cameras flashed, and every single eye was locked on YNW Melly as the judge shuffled his papers. It felt less like a legal proceeding and more like the premiere of a horror movie where nobody knew the ending. The air was thick with tension. And then, with a voice colder than ice, the judge announced, "Mr. Demons, the court has reviewed your petition. A release date has been scheduled." The words hung in the air like thunder. Gasps ripped through the courtroom. Reporters scrambled to type. And Melly, the man whose name has been plastered on every headline for years, cracked. His eyes welled up, his jaw trembled, and then it happened. Tears streamed down his face. A rapper once known for his chilling calmness broke down in front of the world, but just as the shock of his tears hit, something even darker emerged. In the second row, his co-defendant Bortland smirked. People saw it, the quick curl of a smile, as if he knew something the rest of us didn't. Was he celebrating Melly's release? Or mocking it? Insiders whispered that Bortland's plea deal was far from innocent, that his proffered testimony has already set in motion a betrayal no one saw coming. Within minutes, leaked emails began flooding Twitter. Screenshots from alleged prosecutor messages revealed urgent warnings. "We must secure Bortland's deposition before his safety is compromised. Melly's team suspects he's flipped." The word "flipped" sent fans into chaos. Was Melly's freedom bought at the price of betrayal? As Melly wiped his face in court, his lawyers leaned in, whispering furiously. Lip readers caught fragments. "Not what we agreed." "Exposure." "He's talking." Fans went wild, speculating that Melly just realized his co-defendant wasn't just saving himself. He might have sacrificed Melly in the process. Then came the clip that broke the internet. A journalist captured audio of Melly muttering under his breath, his voice shaking. "They made him sing. They made him." The phrase instantly went viral. Within an hour, hashtags like #Melly Cried, #He Sang, and #Free or Finish dominated Twitter. Fan pages erupted. Some sobbed in support, others mocked his breakdown, posting crying memes alongside courtroom sketches. But the leaks didn't stop there. A burner account allegedly tied to someone inside the prosecution uploaded a grainy photo of a manila envelope marked "Confidential Plea Deal." Scrawled across the top in bold red letters was a name: Cortland Henry, Bortland's real name. Beneath it, bullet points that sent shockwaves. Testify truthfully about the events of the night. Confirm Melly's role in the incident. Provide factual basis for accessory plea, if true. This wasn't just a deal. This was a dagger aimed straight at Melly's freedom. And just when people thought the situation couldn't spiral any further, a 20-second audio leak hit YouTube. It was Bortland's voice recorded during his deposition. The words were chilling. I didn't want to say it, but I had to. It was him. He told me what to do after. I ain't have a choice. The video exploded, racking up millions of views within hours. Comment sections split into war zones. He snitched. Screamed some. They edited this, it's fake. Shouted others. But the damage was done. Melly's image of unshakable loyalty cracked wide open. Meanwhile, inside the courtroom, the tension was unbearable. Melly slammed his fists against the table, his sobs turning into anger. "This ain't fair," he shouted, his voice echoing as deputies tried to calm him. The judge banged his gavel, demanding order, but the moment was already viral. Clips of Melly breaking down mid-hearing flooded TikTok, stitched with captions like, "From gangster to broken." Celebrities wasted no time chiming in. 6ICX9 posted a smug Instagram story. "Told y'all, everybody sings eventually." Melly cooked. Kodak Black's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, went live, calling it one of the greatest plea deals ever cut and the deadliest for Melly. Even Boosie chimed in on Twitter, saying they're breaking Melly's spirit in front of the world. That's torture. Backstage whispers spread that even Melly's family was divided. His brother allegedly told a friend Melly spent money on chains, not lawyers. Now look, that comment was leaked in a DM screenshot and plastered across gossip blogs, fueling the narrative that Melly's priorities buried him alive. But then, the biggest bomb of the day dropped. A text thread allegedly from the night of the crime resurfaced, supposedly pulled from Melly's old Instagram DMIs. One chilling message read, "I did that," the timestamp, just hours after the incident. Prosecutors have long claimed this message was Melly's own admission. Now, with Bortland's deal requiring him to confirm details, fans feared this one text could seal Melly's fate forever, as Melly's tears dried into fury. The court hearing closed with one devastating revelation. The release date wasn't immediate freedom. It was conditional bond, pending the completion of Bortland's deposition, meaning if Bortland sang, Melly walked free straight into a trap of confirmed guilt. The crowd erupted. Reporters screamed questions, and deputies escorted Melly out as he shouted back, "Y'all setting me up. This ain't over." And that's when the final leak of the day shook the internet to its core. A mysterious Instagram account called @CourtroomTruth posted a cryptic message, "Midnight. The real tape drops. Y'all don't even know the half." Attached was a blurred thumbnail that looked like a courtroom recording. The caption simply read, "He names names." The post hit 100,000 likes in less than an hour. Fans braced themselves. Midnight wasn't just the start of a new day. It was a ticking time bomb. Midnight arrived like a guillotine. Fans stayed awake. Countdown streamed live on TikTok, and conspiracy channels ran nonstop until the moment finally hit. At 12:01 a.m., the @CourtroomTruth account delivered. The video uploaded wasn't just a leak, it was a nuclear bomb. The grainy footage opened with a dimly lit deposition room. A microphone crackled. And then came the voice everyone recognized instantly. Bortland. His words cut through the silence. "He told me to keep quiet. He told me to make it look like something else. But I can't lie no more." It was him. It was Melly. The room in the video went still, as if even the walls knew this was betrayal of the highest order. The clip ran barely 2 minutes, but it was enough. Melly's entire empire shattered online in real time. Millions shared it. Reactions poured in. The hashtag Melly Exposed trended within 15 minutes. And then came the chaos. Fans loyal to Melly refused to believe it. They screamed deepfake and accused the prosecutors of manipulating audio. But others swore the voice was real, dissecting every pause, every tone, even the way Bortland shifted in his chair. YouTube detectives slowed the footage, circled timestamps, and posted breakdowns frame by frame. The consensus: this isn't fake. This is betrayal. As the internet melted down, another leak hit like lightning. Screenshots from an internal email exchange between prosecutors surfaced, allegedly confirming that Bortland had signed off on his testimony in exchange for maximum protection. The email included one chilling line: "Ensure he survives to testify in 2027. Fans read that again and again, their jaws dropping. Protection survives. Who exactly were they afraid of? Melly supporters exploded with rage. Twitter turned into a battlefield. Some claimed the state was staging all of this to break Melly's mind before retrial. Others argued that Bortland had no choice, that Melly threw him under the bus first during the first trial. A viral tweet read, "Melly cried, Bortland sang, and now the street's about to burn." Meanwhile, Instagram lit up with cryptic posts from celebrities. 21 Savage wrote, "Loyalty ain't what it used to be." Lil Durk tweeted, then deleted, "Funny how the tough ones always fold last." And in the most shocking twist of all, 6ix9ine live-streamed himself eating cheese, mocking Melly's tears while repeating Bortland did the Guna plea. "He Franklin, that boy." The comments section was a war zone of laughing emojis, rat emojis, and furious Melly fans calling for 6ix9ine's cancellation all over again. 6ix9ine's cancellation all over again. But if you thought the meltdown ended there, think again. At 2 a.m., a second clip leaked. Longer, clearer, and deadlier. This one showed Bortland describing the night itself in painstaking detail. He talked about the Jeep, the gunpowder residue, and the panic after it all went down. His exact words sent chills across the internet. "I seen his face. He ain't even flinch. He said we've gone, blame it on them. And I just went along." Millions replayed that line. He ain't even flinch. The betrayal was complete by morning. The world was on fire. TMZ plastered the tape across its front page. Academics streamed for 5 straight hours, calling it the most damaging leak in rap history. News anchors debated whether Melly had any path forward. And in Broward County, reporters swarmed to the courthouse demanding answers. Inside Melly's camp, chaos reigned. His mother posted a furious Instagram live, tears streaming as she shouted, "They trying to kill my baby in front the whole world. This ain't justice. This is execution." Fans rallied to her defense, spamming hashtag Protect Melly single quotes as mom across Twitter. But not everyone bought her plea. Trolls responded with side-by-side memes of Melly crying in court and his mother crying online, captioned "like mother, like son." Brutal. Melly himself, trapped behind bars, was said to be spiraling. Insiders claimed he smashed his phone in anger when deputies showed him the trending hashtags. Rumors spread that he refused meals, pacing in his cell, muttering about snakes. One supposed guard even leaked a note scribbled by Melly on a napkin. "They gone pay for this. I never fold, whether real or fabricated." The note went viral instantly, and then the bombshell no one expected. A new Instagram burner called @TheFinalWord dropped screenshots of text messages between Melly and Bortland from the week before their arrests. One message allegedly from Melly read, "Keep your mouth shut. If I go down, you go down." Fans dissected it like scripture. Was this proof Melly was the mastermind all along? Or was it just another staged receipt planted to destroy him? The social media storm only grew wilder when a mysterious 15-second clip surfaced showing Melly on a jail call months ago, his voice low and menacing. "If he ever flips, he dead to me." The call ended abruptly. Nobody knew who leaked it, but the timing couldn't have been worse. With the midnight tape already detonating his reputation, this was the final nail in the coffin. By sunrise, fans gathered outside the courthouse, chanting "Free Melly," while others screamed "Guilty." Police swarmed to keep them separated as fights broke out. News helicopters circled overhead. This wasn't just a legal case anymore. It was a cultural war. Celebrities doubled down. Charlamagne Tha God called it the ugliest snitch scandal since Tekashi. Cardi B subtweeted, "Y'all see now? Loyalty get you killed. Silence get you cooked." Even Drake. usually silent on courtroom drama, liked a post saying Melly's tears told the whole story. That single like sent the internet into nuclear mode. And then came the curveball. Reports that Melly's alleged girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, had returned to the U.S. under government order. Leaked court documents revealed she was now forced to testify in the retrial, and prosecutors believe she was tampered with. Her arrest at the airport weeks earlier suddenly made sense. The prosecution had locked her in as their star witness. Fans lost it. With Bortlen flipping and Mariah testifying, they said Melly was finished before he even started. The reaction online was merciless. One viral tweet summed it up. Bortlen folded, Mariah flipped, and Melly cried. This case is a Netflix series. But just when everyone thought the storm had peaked, another leak shattered the timeline. At 11 a.m., the @Courtroom Truth account returned with a teaser clip, a muffled video from inside a holding cell. Two men whispered. One sounded like Melly. The words were faint but unmistakable. They won't stop till I'm gone. If I go down, I'm taking everybody with me. The internet erupted all over again. Who was he threatening? Prosecutors, Bortlen, or the industry giants rumored to have ties to this case? Conspiracy theories flooded Reddit, with some fans claiming the government wanted Melly's silence because he knew too much. Back in court, Melly's lawyers scrambled, demanding the judge investigate the leaks. But insiders whispered the truth. The leaks weren't accidents. Someone close to the case wanted the world to watch Melly break apart in real time. Every tape, every text, every tear, all released with surgical precision to bury him before the retrial even began. And as if the betrayal from Bortlen wasn't enough, whispers surfaced that another friend from Melly's circle had secretly been cooperating with investigators. Rumors name-dropped rappers, managers, even a family member. The streets buzzed. Who else flipped? By the end of the day, Melly's tears in court had become more than just an emotional moment. They symbolized the collapse of everything he once stood for. The once untouchable rapper now looked like a man drowning while the entire world watched. But the story wasn't finished. Because at 6 p.m. sharp, a final leak dropped, and it was darker than anyone imagined. A voicemail recording allegedly left on a phone belonging to one of Melly's associates. His voice breaking, furious. "This ain't over. When I get out, everybody's dead to me. Don't trust nobody. Not even blood." The internet froze. Was Melly threatening the people closest to him? Was this proof of his guilt, or proof that he knew he'd been betrayed on every level? The video ended with a chilling cliffhanger caption. Tomorrow, the face behind the leaks is revealed. Fans held their breath. Because if the person dropping these tapes stepped into the light, it could destroy not just Melly's world, but the entire industry. The internet was shaking. For 24 hours, every feed, every notification. Every whisper in the streets revolved around one single question. Who is behind the leaks? The mysterious @Courtroom Truth account had promised the ultimate reveal. And fans clung to every second of anticipation. At exactly 7 p.m., the account posted again. The caption read, "You wanted the truth. Tonight, you get it. He was never your brother." Attached was a 10-minute video that detonated the culture. The footage opened with shaky cell phone quality. A dimly lit hotel room and a familiar voice. It was Bortlen. But he wasn't alone. Another figure stepped into frame, and the room collectively gasped when the world realized it was someone from Melly's own team. The alleged leaker was not a prosecutor, not a journalist, not even an industry outsider. It was one of Melly's closest day one associates. The man fans had seen in dozens of behind-the-scenes clips, standing right next to him at concerts. The betrayal was biblical. The man spoke calmly into the camera. "Y'all think I'm leaking for clout? Nah, I'm leaking 'cause I ain't dying for him." He cried in court 'cause he knew this was coming. He ain't loyal to nobody, so why I gotta be loyal to him? Gasps turned into screams online. Twitter exploded into digital warfare. #SnakeOfTheCentury trended instantly. with thousands of fans spamming snake emojis under every post Melly's family tried to share. But that was only the surface, because the leaker then pressed play on his laptop. And what followed was pure chaos. On the screen appeared an unreleased deposition recording. This wasn't just Bortland talking. It was Melly himself, his voice cracking with desperation. "I ain't do it alone. He helped. They know he helped. If I go down, he going too." Fans froze. Was this Melly implicating his own team? The audio was muffled, but the tone was unmistakable. The once loyal brotherhood was now revealed as nothing more than a crumbling pact of betrayal. Within hours, Instagram was ablaze with reaction lives. Boosie screamed into his camera, "These youngins done lost the code." Everybody flipping, everybody ratting. Meek Mill posted a cryptic tweet. "That ain't loyalty. That's suicide." And in the most shocking reaction of all, Rick Ross went live, claiming, "This ain't just about Melly. This about the industry cleaning house. Watch who else falls." But the internet wasn't done yet. Because while fans processed the betrayal, another leak surfaced, a secret jailhouse phone call recorded just weeks earlier. In it, Melly allegedly begged his mother, "Don't let them take me out like this. If they win, it's over. Protect me at all costs." His mother sobbed back, "Baby, I tried. They stronger than us." The call ended with static, but the damage was irreversible. The audio painted a devastating picture. A man drowning, abandoned by friends, suffocated by enemies, and crying out for the only person who ever fought for him. Screenshots of the call transcript went viral on Reddit, sparking endless debates about whether Melly's downfall was orchestrated by the system or by his own circle. And then, the bombshell that shattered everything. A leaked email from prosecutors landed in the hands of bloggers. Its subject line: "Witness tampering evidence." The body of the email laid it out in black and white. Melly had allegedly tried to manipulate Mariah Hamilton into fleeing the country. Attached were messages prosecutors claimed proved the tampering. One line allegedly from Melly read, "Disappear till this blows over. I'll make it worth your while. This blows over. I'll make it worth your while." Mariah's silence for years suddenly made sense. And now that she was back, forced to testify, the entire world knew her words could end Melly forever. Social media split in two. Some defended him fiercely, saying the messages were fabricated, planted to kill his case. Others said it was proof that Melly was no victim. He was the mastermind, pulling strings until his empire collapsed. The betrayal reached its breaking point when one final video dropped. The @Courtroom Truth account posted a short clip of Melly's supposed confession. It was only 7 seconds long, but it scorched the internet. His voice, trembling. "Yeah, I did it. But they was gonna do me first." Millions replayed it. Analysts slowed it down, filtered the audio, argued whether it was authentic. Some swore it was a regenerated. Others insisted it was the smoking gun prosecutors needed. The debate ripped fan bases apart. But one fact was undeniable. Melly's reputation was in ashes. Outside the courthouse, chaos erupted. Protesters clashed, half screaming "Free Melly," half screaming "Justice for Sack and Juvie." Police helicopters hovered as fistfights broke out in the streets. Journalists called it the most explosive trial buildup in hip-hop history. Inside the industry, damage control began. Collaborators scrubbed his name from upcoming projects. Streaming services quietly debated pulling his catalog. And behind closed doors, executives whispered about a blacklist. For years, Melly's name had been synonymous with hits. Now it was synonymous with betrayal, blood, and breakdowns. But the story wasn't over, because just when fans thought they had seen the last leak, the @Courtroom Truth account vanished, wiped from the internet, every post deleted, every video gone. Its final story read, "Mission complete. The truth is out." Conspiracy theories erupted instantly. Was the account shut down by prosecutors? Did the leaker cut a deal? Or had Melly's team silenced him? The uncertainty only added fuel to the fire. And then came the most chilling twist yet. Late that night, TMZ dropped a bombshell headline. Exclusive federal authorities investigating alleged threats linked to YNW Melly case. The article revealed that anonymous threats had been made against key witnesses, including Bortlen, Mariah Hamilton, and even the newly revealed associate-turned-leaker, Suddenly. This wasn't just a courtroom drama. It was a war spilling into the real world, with lives hanging in the balance. The final image that spread across social media was devastating. A sketch artist's drawing of Melly, head in his hands, tears staining the paper. As the judge set his retrial for January 2027, his bond hearing loomed. But every condition tied him to the testimonies of people who had already betrayed him. The boy who once rapped about murder on his mind now sat broken, surrounded by snakes, waiting for the final strike. And as the world debated whether he was victim, villain, or both, one question echoed louder than the rest. When the truth finally comes out in court, will YNW Melly walk free? Or will his tears in that courtroom be the last image history remembers? Because no matter how this ends, one thing is certain: hip-hop will never be the same. And there it is, the tears in court. The midnight tapes, the betrayal by his own circle, the leaks that shook the internet. And the final question hanging over everything: will YNW Melly walk free? Or will his name be buried forever? The release date wasn't salvation. It was a trap. Every new recording, every text, every secret pushed him closer to the edge. And now, with the leaker exposed, with Bortlen flipped, with Mariah dragged back to testify, Melly's entire empire is on the verge of total collapse. But don't think for a second this is over. The retrial is coming. More evidence is out there. More voices are waiting to speak. And if what we've already seen is this explosive, imagine the next drop. Imagine the next leak. Imagine the next betrayal that could shatter everything we thought we knew about this case. So don't just sit back in silence. Smash that like button right now. Every click keeps this story alive and forces the truth into the spotlight. And I want to hear your theories. Was Melly set up by the system? Was this betrayal years in the making? Or do you believe those tapes sealed his fate? Flood the comments with your takes, the wild, the bold, the messy. And most importantly, hit subscribe and turn on notifications immediately. Because when the next leak drops, and it will, you do not want to wake up and realize the entire internet's already exploded without you. This isn't gossip anymore. This is survival. Stay locked in. The storm isn't over. Storm isn't over.